Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here with a review for The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancy. This was a reread for me, but I did not do a review the first time through, so I thought I would go ahead and do one this time. Now, I listened to most of this as an audiobook, and the audiobook readings were okay. I think it helped. Split up the different characters reading. I know that a lot of people who actually read this instead of listened to it thought that the switching between the characters was a little bit awkward and it was hard to tell who was speaking necessarily, but the audiobook really helped in that fashion. If you have not yet heard about The Fifth Wave, which is coming out soon as a movie, this follows a few characters towards the end of the post-apocalyptic world after an alien invasion that occurs in 5 different waves. And the two main characters that we follow are Cassie and Zombie, and once again, I've heard that those who read instead of listen have a hard time differentiating between who's talking, and I think that is one of the drawbacks of this book. I think that the transitions between characters and between points of view, and even sometimes between plot lines, is a little shaky. It's hard to jump from one thing to the next. I think that if I were going to change something, I would definitely smooth out the edges and find a way to make it more cohesive instead of more in pieces. There's like a Cassie piece and a Zombie piece and then a Sam piece, and there's just a lot of different point of views in here. I think we end up from 4 different points of view, and I mean, it doesn't seem cohesive. So I think that would be one of the main things that I would change, is try to make a smoother transition between plot lines and between characters. Another thing that I would definitely change about this is you can tell there's some kind of insta-love going on between Cassie and her high school crush, Ben Parrish, and even Cassie and a character that we meet in this book named Evan. Although I am a huge Evan fan, I just think Evan is the best. But it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems kind of out of place in this post-apocalyptic world, but then again, they are teenagers, so it makes sense that, you know, she's still a little boy crazy. However, spoiler here, it does seem like the end of this book leaves you with a little bit of a love triangle, and I'm not so sure I'm sold on that aspect, so that would probably be one of the things that I change, the way the relationships work out in this book. What I did love about this book, though, is that it has very strong characters. You get a very strong sense, I think, of all of the characters and their struggle in this world that has just fallen apart around them. I think all of them are very determined and they really know what they're going after, and not a lot is stopping them from getting it. And I really like that, especially from juvenile characters. I think that it just sends a good message to teens who might be reading this. Another thing I really liked about this is there are some definite themes, and basically they're just quotes that keep reappearing throughout the book. And while it does seem a little bit redundant, it seems like it does actually make the book a little bit more cohesive, so I kind of wish it happened more often, but it ties everything together, basically. These reappearing sentences, these ideas that are going through the characters' heads, it lets you know that they're all kind of experiencing the same thing in their own different way, and I really enjoyed that part. It kind of keeps you in the mindset of the characters, and it really keeps the plot going while staying close to the main idea of the book. I also love Evan. Evan is my favorite character in this book. He's like a badass lumberjack, and I would be happy to have Evan Walker save me if the world came to an end because of aliens. I would really recommend this to people who are fans of The Walking Dead, either the comic or the TV show. It very much reminds me of that, kind of like a teen version, but with aliens instead of zombies. And I think that you should definitely give it a read before the movie comes out, which I am so excited for, and I am pumped. So if you have not yet read this, I really think you should. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I actually liked it better the second time, so there is also that, but I would recommend listening to the audiobook. It is a lot easier to follow who is speaking with the audiobook than it is as the text format. But yes, 4 out of 5 stars. I'm pumped for the movie. If you read this, let me know down below what you thought. And enjoy if you're going to read, enjoy the movie if you're not. And thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!